And that's what it shows. It exposes the heart of man. It's really bent against God. And that's one of the biggest tragedies that we learn through the Old Testament. But then we also learn when people screw up and they screw up and they screw up, which they did, that God's mercy keeps coming. So then we learn something about God's character. We say, okay, God, like, well, what did they do? Was it something were they just doing this act of service that was pleasing to you? No. It was because God made a covenant with Abraham. It was in Genesis 12, and he says, you're going to have descendants going to be like the sand of the sea all over the nations, like the stars. And so basically, God is faithful because he's faithful to his own covenant. So the thing is, sometimes we feel like we screw up. We're like, man, I did the unforgivable sin and God will never forgive me. Well, you know what? The truth is, what I've learned is that God is doing something in history and nothing's really going to stop that. You know, we can either be a part of it or we can't be, you know, it's our choice.